Does that say Fiddly?
God. I'm rubbish at fiddly things like this, and I hate pins. It doesn't have to be. I don't deny, deviled eggs are fiddly to make, but they're not actually difficult. Just hard.
What are you up to over there?
Oh, just some boring, fiddly accounting.
Welcome to Talkword. This is where we dive warmly and, a little curiously into the meaning, origin, and real-world usage of English words. I am just so thrilled you're joining me today because we have a genuinely fantastic and highly useful word on the agenda that is going to instantly elevate how you express yourself. So let's just dive right into this explainer. Before we get to the word itself, I really want you to picture a scenario. Have you ever stood there completely exasperated trying to button up a shirt with the absolute tiniest, most uncooperative buttons? Or actually, maybe you've reached into your bag, pulled out your favorite headphones, and found them tied into an impossible microscopic knot. You're using just the very tips of your fingers, your eyes are straining, your patience is wearing incredibly thin. It's a very specific, deeply relatable kind of physical frustration, right? Section 1. The reveal, your new favorite vocabulary word. Now, you might just call that tangled headphone situation annoying, or say those buttons are hard to do up. But guess what? English actually has a specific, perfectly suited word to describe this exact, frustratingly tiny problem. And here is that magical word, fiddly. Notice the spelling and really listen to how it sounds, fiddly. I want you to hear and practice those hard D sounds right there in the middle, fiddly. It literally means awkward or difficult to handle because of many small parts or details. When something requires tiny, precise, and highly irritating finger movements, you don't just say it's hard, you say it's fiddly. It perfectly captures that exact feeling of your fingers somehow being too big and clumsy for the task at hand. Section 2. The nuance. Why translation often falls short. When you're learning English, it is so tempting to just translate the word difficult for every single challenging scenario. But doing that means you miss out on this rich, highly descriptive flavor that really makes the language pop. Take the left side, for example. Difficult. Difficult implies a heavy mental or physical challenge. Solving an advanced calculus equation? Yeah, that is difficult. Carrying a heavy sofa up 3 flights of stairs? Also difficult. But look at the right side. Fixing a tiny watch screw. Well, you aren't sweating from physical exertion, and you definitely don't need a PhD to know how a screw works. The challenge is entirely in the annoying, tiny finger dexterity required. That is the true essence of fiddly. It's a micro frustration, not a macro challenge. Section 3. Everyday application. How native speakers use it. Okay, so knowing the definition is a great start, but knowing exactly when to drop it into a conversation, that's what truly elevates your conversational English. Here are some prime examples of fiddly tasks. Threading a sewing needle. You lick the thread, you squint one eye, you poke at the microscopic hole and miss 10 times in a row. So incredibly fiddly. Or untangling a thin gold necklace where the knot is smaller than a grain of rice and your fingernails just can't quite grip it. Then there's cooking. You're trying to peel that one impossibly tiny clove of garlic at the center of the bulb, and the papery skin is just super glued to it. And my absolute nemesis, trying to fasten a small bracelet clasp on your own wrist with one hand while the other hand hopelessly chases it around your arm. All of these are intensely, hilariously fiddly. Section 4. Keep learning. Expanding your English vocabulary. The crucial takeaway here is that mastering highly specific words like fiddly is the absolute secret to sounding natural and expressive in English. When you can pinpoint the exact emotional and physical texture of a situation, you stop just translating words mechanically in your head, and you start truly communicating. You begin to speak with the vivid color and precision of a native speaker. Now, if you want to keep building that colorful, precise vocabulary, be sure to download the Talkword Companion app. Right there on your phone, you can listen to our signature podcast-style explanations of absolutely any English word you want to master. We love to see you over there, but before we wrap up today's explainer, I want to leave you with this thought. If English has a word as wonderfully specific and evocative as fiddly, just for tiny, annoying tasks, what other perfectly descriptive, incredibly useful words are out there right now, just waiting for you to discover them? Keep learning, keep exploring, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.